The movie begins with Andy bringing all of his toys back into his room as it starts to rain outside. Once he leaves for dinner, the toy cowboy Woody tells everyone that they need to rescue a toy that has been forgotten outside by Andy. They head into Andy's sister Molly's room and find that a toy is about to get swept by the water. All of the toys decide to initiate the Operation Pull Toy, an operation where forgotten toys are rescued. Woody uses a slinky toy to grab the toy from the yard. As he is about to climb back into the room, Andy's mom closes the window, leaving him hanging outside. He then overhears her taking Molly's old toys, including Bo Peep, and packing them in a box before giving them away. Woody jumps down from the window and rushes towards Bo. He tries to get her to leave the box with him, but she tells them that the toys are given away all the time. Just then, a man appears and takes the box with Bo and drives away. A few years go by as Andy gets older. He gives his toys to a young girl named Bonnie who plays with them. One day, Bonnie's mother stuffs all the toys in a cupboard and they wait for Bonnie to come get them. At that moment, Bonnie arrives and takes all of the toys out, except for Woody. As the closet door opens, he finds dust on himself and is reminded that he's not been picked up to play by Bonnie for a long time. The next day, Bonnie comes into the room to play with her toys when she's interrupted by her father, who reminds her that she has kindergarten orientation to get to. She asks him if she can bring a toy with her, but he says she can't. As she leaves the room, Woody comes out of the closet and tells the other toys that someone needs to go to kindergarten with Bonnie. However, Dolly reminds him that toys can get confiscated, which is why all of them need to stay home. All of a sudden, Bonnie rushes back into the room to grab her backpack and once again. As all the toys get up again, they find that Woody is missing from his spot. Meanwhile, Woody, who had climbed into Bonnie's backpack, peeks out from the front and notices that she is sad. Soon they arrive at the kindergarten and Bonnie meets her new teacher, Miss Wendy. Miss Wendy shows Bonnie where she needs to place her bag and gets her seated. Once all the parents leave, she announces that they are going to decorate cups using the art supplies, and just as Bonnie is about to grab the supplies, a young boy comes to her table and takes them away. He accidentally slips and some of the supplies fall inside the trash can. Woody, who had been watching everything, gets out of the backpack and rushes towards the trash can. He throws a pack of crayons out, which catches Bonnie's eye and she picks them up. Then he grabs a bunch of stuff from the trash can and places it on her table before she turns around. When Bonnie turns around, she finds the supplies and happily starts making her art. She grabs a broken piece of fork and creates a new toy out of it, called Forky. Her first day of kindergarten eventually ends, and she places Forky in her backpack as well before going back home. Inside the backpack, Woody is shocked to find that Forky is alive as well. By the time Woody gets home, all of the toys are angry with him and remind him why it is dangerous to go with Bonnie. He brushes off their concerns and tells them that Bonnie had a great day and even made a new toy, and introduces them to Forky, who had made his way out of the backpack as well. As soon as Forky comes out, he starts saying trash repeatedly, confusing everyone. They ask Woody why he kept saying trash, and he tells them that Forky thinks he belongs in the trash because Bonnie made him out of trash. While he is busy talking to the other toys, Forky spots a trash can and rushes towards it before jumping in. Woody spends the whole night dragging Forky out of the trash can. In the morning, Bonnie and her family leave for the road trip, and she takes several toys with her. All throughout the road trip, Forky tries to jump into any trash cans that he can find while Woody drags him back. Later that night, Woody confesses to Buzz that things were not as hard with Andy as they were with Bonnie. When Buzz tells him to have someone else look after Forky, he replies that his conscience does not allow him to abandon Forky. This confuses Buzz, and he asks Woody what a conscience is. Woody tells him that it's the voice inside him that tells him what to do and what not to do. Their conversation is interrupted by Forky getting out of Bonnie's arms and jumping out of the window. Knowing that Bonnie and her family are going to stop for the night soon, jumps out of the window as well to rescue Forky. As soon as he lands on the road, Woody begins calling out for Forky. Soon he finds the spork stuck in the grass and helps him get out. Then the two of them start walking to Bonnie's motel. On their way, Woody asks Forky why he wants to jump in the trash all the time, and he confesses that trash makes him feel warm and loved. Woody explains to him that this is how Bonnie feels about him and makes him feel excited to get back to Bonnie. Reach to the motel, but before they can enter, Woody notices Bo Peep's lamp inside an antique shop. He takes Forky and goes inside the shop and starts calling out for Bo. When they don't hear back from her, Forky tells Woody and she might not be there, and the two of them decide to head back. However, before they can leave, a toy shows up pushing a stroller around. The toy notices Woody and Forky, who are hiding behind furniture. They come out of hiding and say hello to him. Just then, a doll sits up in the stroller and introduces herself as Gabby Gabby. He asks Woody how old they are, but this is when she notices his voice box. Woody tells Gabby that he is looking for his friend Bo, and she replies that she's seen her around the store. She forces Forky and Woody into the stroller and starts asking him about his voice box, and Woody tells her that it is stuffed inside him. Gabby pulls out her voice box and reveals that her voice box is not working and she wants Woody's voice box. Woody realizes that he's in danger and tells Forky they need to run. They begin running, but get cornered by Benson, the toy that was with Gabby. Before he can grab them, Woody pulls his string and its voice box starts catching the attention of a girl named Harmony. When Harmony notices Woody, she tells her grandmother that she wants him and takes him with her. At the same time, Benson gets a hold of Forky and keeps him in the antique shop. Meanwhile, all the toys wonder where Woody and Forky are. During this, Bonnie wakes up and searches frantically for Forky. Buzz watches Bonnie upset and decides to go after Woody and Forky. He plays his voice box and uses it as an inner voice. Sometime later, Buzz finds himself near a carnival and plays his voice box again, which tells him that a slingshot is all he has. He takes this as a sign and jumps on a ride that launches him across the field. However, his plan does not go as he had anticipated, and a man grabs him before hanging him up as a reward for children winning his game. On the other hand, Harmony, who had been playing with Woody, leaves him on a swing in a playground where her mother calls her, giving him the chance to escape. He does not make it far when he hears children getting off a school bus and heading for the swings. Woody runs to get away from them, but a child grabs him and begins playing with him. This is when he sees that the child is holding Bo Peep as well. Just as the child gets busy playing with other children, Bo takes Woody and launches them across the playground, and they land in a hedge. Bo reveals that she's been a lost toy for the past 7 years. Woody fills Bo in on his situation and asks for her help rescuing Forky. At first, she refuses, but when Woody reminds her of how much Molly cherished her, she agrees. She then introduces him to Giggles, a pet patrol officer who joins them in on their mission. Bo takes Woody across the town and they finally reach the antique store. There, Buzz and the bunnies from the gift stand also join them on the roof before all of them climb down into the store, away from the eyes of Gabby and her puppets. Bo Peep tells everyone that they need to be careful or they will be caught by the owner's cat. Just then, Bonnie walks into the store and Woody gets impatient. Despite Bo's warning, he runs out and tries to unlock the cabinet where Gabby was keeping Forky, only to find out that it is locked. At the same time, Benson appears and tries to grab Woody, but Bo's sheep latch onto him. Woody and Bo get stuck when a customer appears in front of them, giving Benson the chance to walk away with Bo's sheep. This leads to Bo getting angry with Woody for not following her plan and decides to rescue her sheep. While Buzz and the bunnies try coming up with a strategy to steal the key of the cabinet from the owner. In the back of the store, Bo takes Woody into a hidden corner where all the toys are hiding and confronts a toy named Duke. She asks him to help them jump across the shelf without getting detected by Gabby. Just then, Buzz appears with a key as well. They use Duke to jump across the store and land on the cabinet. To their surprise, they get surrounded by Gabby and the puppets who try to steal Woody's voice box. Before she can steal it though, the cat notices them dangling from the cabinet and chases them out of the store. As soon as Woody realizes that Forky's still not with them, he goes back inside and agreed his voice box for Forky. Back in the RV, Bonnie realizes she's forgotten her backpack in the store and comes back to retrieve it. Woody, who had managed to get Forky, tells him to get back inside Bonnie's bag, but Forky stays to see Gabby get rejected by Harmony. Woody decides to stay back and help Gabby and tells her that Bonnie might like her. This brings them to their new mission, getting Gabby to the RV. Woody sends a message through Forky and tells the toys to meet at the carnival. The toys mimic the RV's navigation system and guide Bonnie's father into the carnival in front of the carousel. During this time, with the help of Duke, all of the toys reach the carnival as well and are about to get back into the RV when Gabby notices a lost child. All of the other toys encourage her to go to the lost child, who ends up loving Gabby and keeping her. As the rest of the toys get back into the RV, they say their goodbyes to Bo, who chooses not to stay with them. Woody feels sad about her leaving, and when Buzz sees him, he tells him to leave wants to, and that the other toys take care of Bonnie. Woody joining Bo on her journey and becomes a lost toy as well, finally letting go of wanting to be owned by a child. The end. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out these other videos and make sure to subscribe and tap that bell to be notified about our latest videos. We'll see you next time.